A super exciting game, Jason, for a playoff game because 3D Max are coming in as the favorites. You know, we don't usually say FaZe are the underdogs in this kind of scenario, but I think we have to at this point.
Yeah, I'm with you. I feel that very same way. I can't remember the last time I casted FaZe not as the favorite to win the match. It's been quite... Oh, my lord! Is that how we're going to start things off? A Legion Rain decimate everyone. A little bit of burst fire beauty.
Well, entertainment value immediately. Yeah. So FaZe have won the pistol. What an opening from Rain.
Holy hell.
Yeah, we'll get to see that again. Can't just look at that once. That's stupid.
And Kerrigan's one of the best in-game leaders that we know about who's able to pick up a roster and go in crazy honeymoon period. So I was looking at this and I was like, highly skilled North American player coming and joining up with the Europeans. Kerrigan's about to go on a run. It's been the complete opposite.
But even he can't make North America win, Jason, is what you're saying.
Yeah, well, he can. He brought Twist over and got him a major.
That's true. That's very true. Kerrigan through the window. Exercise to go down, and we've got FaZe up one player straight away into the first gun round. And we all thought that there might be a world in which 3D Max don't even make it through the RMRs to the major. Then they went on one hell of a run at the major and have continued that momentum into this year. Felt like they hit a bit of a ceiling, changed up, went for body instead of Jocko. And it has taken them to a next step so far.
What's been the biggest bummer for them is they've had like pockets of success, right? Like if you think all the way back, the first time I really noticed them like coming onto my radar was Pro League Season 19. FaZe playing with confidence in these first two gun rounds, very quickly taking space in middle and not shying away from any potential fight. Alige waiting for the rebuttal from 3D Max.
Yeah, Alige looks into the corner, needs to get his crosshair back. Flicks into the fight against Exercise, and you know, Alige just got that kill. We're seeing 3D Max be very active on the CT side at the moment, but you can tell FaZe don't feel like they're committed to anything yet because the bomb is still positioned outside of B. They're still very much spread out across the map.
Yeah, but there's a timing here to find an equalizer. Kerrigan is alone over in Canals. You've got three players basically playing at the top of Dark towards B, so Gravity getting a little frisky with it. Kerrigan gonna slide into the angle.
Yeah, Gravity just waiting. Broky's gonna peek with him. Kerrigan holds down mouse one, eventually gonna be traded out. So here comes the attack in towards Lucky. Gets a dink as well, so Gravity able to finish off the scraps. 2v2, 30 seconds. Alige pinned in the corner, needs to rely upon Rain's success from Temple. And he will come through that smoke. No one's looking at him. And he has a chance now with this kill on Gravity. It frees up Alige. He can come out of the corner. They're going to try and figure out where Maka is, but that bomb's going to go down. And so now it's a difficult round for Maka. Nice to stay tucked in the corner so Rain didn't see him on that peak.
It's the only advantage he has is that they don't know where he is. Although Alige is going to find out and he wins the fight straight up.
Still on low HP. I mentioned Alige being their best performer so far. He started off Anubis in that fashion, 6-2 at the moment. He's going to continue playing towards middle on this T side, and Maka going for the peek down on Kerrigan.
Body's going to get burnt out of position. He does get away as Alige takes the empty space. Three players in middle now. They want to put a stop to this. Alige has harassed them. Good shot from Lucky.
Oh, Brokey got both? That is so ridiculous that he gets away with two kills. That opens up middle, breaks the defensive 3D Max. And although it was a 5v3 start, that's gone now. And there's still 45 seconds for FaZe to work this, and they've got Lucky low. They've got Lucky very low, and so Frozen easily gets through him.
That's what you like to see out of Rain on these kind of lurk positions. Oh, hold the phone. Speaking of lurk, Gravity coming back around. Rain to challenge. Oh my lord.
FaZe are looking sharp at the moment.
Yeah, this ain't group stage FaZe to 3D Max's detriment.
There's a world in which FaZe build up so many rounds on this T side that it makes it almost impossible for 3D Max to come back in the second half.
It would have to be one of those crazy like 10-2 halves, wouldn't it? Because we know, I mean, we're gonna have to temper ourselves a little bit. It's great to see FaZe playing like this after the display we saw for 4 days of group stage. But obviously knowing this is a T-sided map and how most teams feel really uncomfortable with CT side Anubis, you never know 3D Max might be able to spin this back around.
Now Falcon, similar story, like similar trajectory to FaZe.
I know, I wouldn't even mind a Falcons FaZe matchup. It's like, you
the
get that
battle of who's bounced back harder.
Right, who's been able to recover from the trash group stage.
Ooh, Maka not going to be allowed to get away. Elige hunts him down and spams him through the door. Brokey's turn to hit a shot at B, but not going to connect onto Lucky. Good flashbang to repel the forces of FaZe, but they're not stopping. They don't go away that easily, so 5-7 has to be pulled. They run out of ammo. Gravity hits a dink and a kill. So unlucky not to have got both. Then maybe that changes it for 3D Max, but FaZe continue their reign of terror. It is 7 rounds in a row.
And all 3 3D Max defenders fall at B main. 7-0 into round 8. Op on Maka again, going to get aggressive, try and get them started on the right foot because you've got some SMGs and upgraded pistols to capitalize if he can provide you some openings, but it's Frozen with the first and the second. Maka did find his, but they're still at a deficit.
Maka is still trying to combat Op his way into a competitive position. Frozen's on 4 HP, far away, but the bomb being dropped at the T-Stars here is the recovery mission that FaZe must undergo. And Frozen's arriving at T-spawn now. Elige coming through water with his teammate Rain in behind him. Maka is the danger man, and Elige is going to take him off the top of Rugs.
And Frozen's just lurking around T-spawn right now, trying to find Exercise, who's disappearing back towards the window in mid-bridge. So he's giving the bomb up to be recovered. His whole plan is to hopefully pick one off during the bomb recovery, and then he has a 1v2 as they attempt to make a bomb site. There's 45 seconds left. FaZe is spending some time at the moment while Rain spends utility at the A bomb site to clear Exercise out, secure the fact that they have it for free. Okay, job done. Okay, well, no chance to build on top of it. Exercise, he gets the kill he was looking for, but nothing after the fact.
It's not a golden egg. Wanted to get attack in towards the site. Brokey peering over the smoke. Grenade will land towards him and Carrigan. Sprinkles a little damage off the top. Remember where the bomb is. So even if they want to pounce right now, they still have to send one player back to get that bomb. Oh no. Gravity. It gets even worse.
What are you supposed to do about that? And this is so much pressure put onto the B bomb site. Like, I think at the moment, if you're 3D Max, you really feel like FaZe is applying this pressure to take your utility away and hit the site late. So everyone's trying to shift over into that defense, and that's a big win for Exercise. Carrigan can't get a clean shot. Rain waiting for the peak, jiggling at the edge.
Doing damage, forced into the open by the utility, though. Now they're going to barrel back into Frozen. And he knows he's got a second player in that. Grenade goes in this time, 15 HP left on Lucky. Brokey goes to the sidearm instead. He's got Frozen beside him, and they just swing him. Tech9 comes in, Exercise, position known, fight had, and he's got a headshot. Now just down to Brokey, and he's gonna wait. He's just gonna pull him into the fight, make him think he's run back into the bomb site to play the plant, but instead it's about the shot.
And they never even went and picked up the bomb.
I love that. I love that.
They were just so focused on the killing that they didn't really care. They were like, we'll just leave it back there for a minute. And just the way the round played out, wanted to take advantage of the double peak aggression in dark. Third timeout used by 3D Max as well. And the problem is you're at a situation where you just need rounds. So you're buying no round, or every round no matter what.
Yeah.
Don't even need to have a conversation. But in doing so, look at the utility they have to fight with. It's not a lot.
Ooh, he would have landed that if he'd taken a shot, but just couldn't get it off. And I love how Maka is just hunting it down, punishing the lack of shot from Brokey, but the reactions from FaZe everywhere else are so lethal. Rain gets in towards the A bomb side, body's gone. Oh, this fight, the bomb is alone. The bomb is alone, but Rain's still fighting forward, but Carrigan needs to be careful here. Frozen's at window, though. Should get this kill on the flank, and there's no problem. Lucky will fall. 10 rounds in a row for FaZe.
You could see the philosophy change from 3D Max out of that third timeout, because this is the point of the game where it's just like, okay, we're 0-9, take a third timeout, nothing's working, none of our plans have worked. Guys, play for yourself. Make a play. Everyone do something you like. Coordinate with whoever you're playing with. Like, it's all down to you guys. FaZe is angry.
Just so brutal.
I know. Oh.
Just so brutal.
Well, on one level, we're not given the kind of back and forth brawl that we were hoping for. On another level, You got to be really happy to see FaZe playing like this.
It provides the entertainment value in a different way.
Most entertaining team in Counter-Strike, and obviously the roster that earned that title has gone under some changes, but you still got a lot of those players here. And playing some good Counter-Strike in this quarterfinal. Showing they can still escalate their level into the playoffs.
I feel like I want to throw the towel in for 3D Max.
At least on this map, yeah.
Yeah. Fix the pummeling.
The conversation now is like, okay, well, you know, play yourself back into shape. But usually you say that when it's like 11-4. You know, like when there's at least room for a team to scrape together 3 rounds or so.
Or
and
they're like hitting back, maybe.
I mean, the unrelenting thing about this is like you can see this phase after that group stage, there's no chill. Like there's no point in this half on the scoreboard where they say, we're at such a big lead. Let's just, you know, I'm going to have some fun. I'm going to go chase this kill. It's just like, guys, we've kind of sucked a lot recently. We don't take any rounds off. Like, Broky's still aware of the potential of any push in the early going. He's been great on openings.
And this is a glimpse of what FaZe are capable of when everything is going well. There's just an ungodly amount of firepower available.
There's only been 2 opening kills for 3D Max.
Yeah,
FaZe have got the first kill in these rounds 9 times, and it's spread very much across the team. All of them have gotten action, been aggressive at some point, or been pushed into at some point.
Apex has some.
The whole, like, one egg is enough.
That's
about the only French joke I got.
That's actually not bad, JC. You've done pretty well there.
Here we go, Kerrigan. Lead the way. There goes Gravity, and Lucky with a trade.
Another opening kill for FaZe. Just one extra to round out the half here. 4v4. Can 3D Max win a round in this first half?
Nope.
Not looking likely.
And because it's so economical in terms of utility on the entrance, FaZe have plenty of nades after the fact. I mean, Dark is even double smoked. Smoked deep and smoked shallow. They wasted an extra smoke on it. Both defenders retaking from this position. Both of them nothing to do for the next 10 seconds. No kit.
Yeah, they don't really have that extra 10 seconds to play with, do they? Now both spotted on that peak from Rain. Exercise coming in. They got to get to the defuse soon. Frozen picking up a frag. And even though it's a 1v1, there's just no time in the world for Maka to make this work.
Better hope that flashbang lasts 10 seconds.
Yeah, well, kill comes in from Frozen and a 12-0 first half from FaZe Clan's quarterfinal speedrun.
Not much to say about that one. It's just been dominance from start to finish. 3D Max's map pick as well. Because, I mean, FaZe has been sharp. This hasn't been like crazy mistakes. This has been just dominant FaZe. Okay, Rain jiggling for info, sees nothing. Lucky already got to his left. Okay, he survives. Elige with the first. Rain backs up into the B bomb site. They might still try and pressure this, and indeed they will.
Another headshot for Rain, Frozen to close it. And we've got Gravity and Exercise separated completely as FaZe Clan about to 13-0 their opening map of the quarterfinal.
Frozen is 16-5. Brokey 12-5. Elige 12-7. Rain 11-4. Everyone showed up today for FaZe. Kerrigan doesn't have the numbers, but he's had some pretty big, impactful kills. He'll get challenged when this smoke fades. Exercise gonna peek to help Gravity get into camera.
Ready to go.
Oh my.
And everyone's just looking locked in for FaZe at the moment.
All right, fair play. Well, yeah, you better start thinking about how you want to handle this one between the maps. 0-12. The 3D Max that we saw in the group stage did not show up to this first map of the quarterfinal. Meanwhile, for FaZe, the FaZe we haven't seen all year showed up. The FaZe we've wanted to see all year. Bomb is there. A chance at the A bomb site, but a 1 versus 4. Give us something special. Give us something to talk about, baby.
The one round for 3D Max. He's got to fight on so many fronts with Joel Beretta is going back to main. Nice shot. Seconds. Good, but not enough. And it is a 13-0 win for FaZe Clan on the opening map of the quarterfinals. And I just want to know, what's the desk's favorite 3D Max round from that game?
Maybe Shadow Daggers. What the fuck is this? Nah, man. Yes, sir. That's my style.
This kind of downfall recently has looked different, has looked real awkward, and they've been very vocal about the struggles to get over it. So maybe that's a sign of a little bit of life returning into FaZe. Pistol round here on Nuke. They start on the T side, and Elijah is going to drop onto the roof.
Diving down. Exercise. He's got it behind them. The two Berettas should have no problem in mowing down two. Brokey and Carrigan still keeping FaZe in this pistol, though.
Yeah, and then disappearing. Backing right out, going to walk quickly over towards ramp room. Carrigan saying, I know the rotation is coming up heaven right now. They can hear the footsteps in rafters, so he thinks they've got an open avenue over towards ramp room, and he's correct. Maka's going to drop down. Good read of the situation. They need a defensive presence at the lower bomb site. Brokey and Carrigan, they don't have smoke. They don't have utility to block anything off, so once they get down low, it's still going to be a challenge.
But they're up for a challenge as Maka now comes out from decon, spots the play into the B bomb site, keeping them pinned. There is still time for them to go back, and Gravity is very aware of that, so he's got Body alongside of him. Nice shots. So first round of the quarterfinals won by 3D Max here. Pissed around, collected on Nuke.
That's a crazy sentence to say out loud. In map 2, that's an insane thing to say.
Outside wall being constructed by Rain. Here goes a hut push. The reaction to those outside smokes is for 3D Max to push in towards hut. Frozen's timing, oh, it just gets around the corner. They haven't revealed their push, but Carrigan goes to check it.
Yeah, but he doesn't know about Gravity. Carrigan might be calling the hut push clear. Gravity not swinging just yet, but when Frozen comes back, that first step towards hut is a really deadly one with Gravity in this position. Now the ramp push coming in, so maybe they can connect the two halves of this pinch.
Well, they gone silent. 45-second mark in the round. The ramp play coming in. Gravity just waiting on his toes to make the play forward. Will they check him? Carrigan getting taken out by the MP9. Frozen looking to chase Gravity back into the site, but he's got away. Brokey and Frozen trying to pull this round back for FaZe. And Body to also go down, leaving Lucky 1v2. 25 seconds left. They're low and they're right in front of him. Bomb down. It's flipped up onto the box, and Lucky gets both.
Tough round. Frozen was under so much pressure that entire time. I think he actually plays that round pretty damn good considering the situation he was in. Take a lot of losses though, so money is a little bit hurt for 3D Max. Not as strong as they would like with this 3-0 lead, and any damage from these Tech 9s and Deagles is going to be ultra painful. There's one. Rain steps in just as the smoke starts coming back.
He's looking for a heaven shot as well. Carrigan's being traded upon. Elige taking space.
Oh, but yeah, slow it down, boys. You actually have Elige making a play here, and you've lost a lot of players. He misses the opportunity. Tough shot to hit.
Oh, through the smoke, another pistol kill. They're actually currently creeping down the ramp.
Might be too patient. Remember,
yeah.
bomb's not planted for ramp room.
Elige, she's about, oh, just a bit got spotted. Exercise communicating that info, making sure no one else is behind Elige.
Can you believe that?
Frozen's gone down into the ramp. Here's one, and not the second. Lucky taking his head off, and 3D Max conceded this one, so they're going to drop back. FaZe have picked the round up.
And it's all due to the fear of the lurkers. Like, Exercise is looking constantly, waiting patiently. Oh, and Elige finds him at the end as well. After all of that. Oh, that sucks. Nice round from FaZe with Tech 9s and a Deagle.
Smoke break. Coming, Rain gets spotted. He just has to back off towards red. He can continue to move forward now. Push into ramp, being heard by Frozen. Gap at the start of the smoke makes the kill on Body easy. Checking for the second player. Lucky wins that fight. Carrigan has to deal with pressure from two players now pushing into lobby. Fortunately for Carrigan, he has an escape route, so we can get out of there while his teammates push down into B.
And I mean, it's a great reaction from FaZe as well. Oh, you're going to push ramp again? You're not in position to drop down and actually protect the lower bomb site. So now we've got a plant, we've got positioning. Lucky's held at bay, and the rest of your guys got to come in and find a way to work this retake.
Yeah, smoke to the right side of the ramp. Brokey's got decon covered. Rain will break the windows just to play from control room, but then gets spammed from the decon peak. Brokey just didn't have the angle to help him. And so Carrigan's coming down late. Brokey has to stay alive a little bit longer, but he won't, and so it's all on Carrigan.
They came from here. They probably think he's decon.
Double doors. That's the position, but they check it. Maka turns. Carrigan falls, and 3D Max arrive at 4.
Damn, that time they put it together.
And Rain and Brokey find themselves early positioning at the bottom of the secret stairs. Not going to move on it just yet.
It's weird though, they don't know it's clear, obviously. Oh, this push, this mid-round aggression into the smoke. Carrigan is here.
They're kissing in the smoke. Oh, they get revealed and both kills go FaZe's way.
Secret players activate, they take their next step off those kills. They feel the rotation, likely going to the upper bomb site to fill the gaps of gravity and exercise. 35 seconds and FaZe still staying composed, not making noise, no indication of where they end.
Carrigan making a lot of noise, walking out into the ramp room. Body's gonna pick him off and realize that he was the only player.
They might have outplayed themselves.
Maka ascends to the heavens, but Brokey still nails the shot. Body's up next. Back of the site player gone, so it's all Body. He'll try and delay with utility. 15 seconds on the clock. Elise brought low, but frozen on the peak.
Great kills coming into the bomb site, but they did attack right into the stack, right into the remaining 3 players of 3D Max.
Last stages of the first half. I'm about to get a look to see if 3D Max are going to remain competitive throughout the end of this half, or if FaZe will grab control. Letting them build up a great T side could be a big problem when you're battling back to stay alive here. And with Lucky heavily committed towards red, wanted to challenge Rain this time and loses that fight. Here goes Maka up next with that saved AK. Looking to make it work out. He's gone towards the silo fight. It's 1 kill before being traded by Rain, and this time Rain is leaving his mark outside with some kills. He is not letting anybody go. 3D Max get destroyed by the Warrior, and now Body's gone right down to the lower site, but Frozen's already at the bottom of the vent, so no retreating, no getting away. Merciless round from FaZe.
That might be the most painful round of the entire series so far for 3D Max, when you consider their entire goal was to stop outside, was to shut down Rain trying to cross the secret, not let FaZe get any presence. They had 4 players, actually 5 if you count the secret player. All 5 players came outside to stop the outside attack, and they all failed.
Vitality, you're missing out on Spirit, Na'Vi, MongolZ. Those teams aren't here at the moment, so you know, FaZe should be a name that you consider to be up there fighting for the title. They just weren't really in the form to kick off the tournament, but if they start leveling up the way they are right now, you know, destroying buy rounds in this fashion and just closing out the rounds in seconds, well, then we have a FaZe Clan that we can start talking about as potential champions.
Yeah, man, all of 3D Max's plans, like one of the, we talk about it all the time we watch them play, the kind of creative, aggressive ideas that they have that are so effective in pretty much every series.
Body can't stand and fight. Molotov's going to force him to change his position and give all of this space to FaZe.
Not a single FaZe attack in this half was focused on ramp room in this fashion. So Body's playing it passive so he can get a jump to the upper bomb side. He can get a jump outside. But now FaZe just come right at him. He's brought very low on the drop down into vents, and 3D Max is 5 players out of position.
Look at this though. A little awkward. Mac is right behind Rain.
It's not enough. There's no kits.
Yeah, but it's 1. But yeah, you got to go for it, 3D Max. Last round of the half. It's going to be a tough retake at this lower bomb site. Especially with Brokey's eyes set on decon. He's got support watching ramp on his blind side. Carrigan just trying to keep Lucky distracted, although too many players, too many fights. And now that defuse being stuck, remember, no kits. It's all about the bodyguard squad. Frozen's got 2 kills. Exercise time is close. And it goes off. FaZe Clan get their 8th round. Time betrays 3D Max. And they started strong. It's just a weak finish.
It's actually a really good retake. I didn't think they'd have a chance of getting it that clean, but do a very nice job. Not taking too many deaths to Brokey over in dark. Not taking too much to Carrigan, who gets a little bit discombobulated in his position. Frozen's got a late flank. None of it matters at the end of the day.
They didn't really even look like they were going to get out of group stage.
I know.
At the last one.
Yeah, and again, that's the story of FaZe is we will watch them all the time look gross in group stage and power up for the playoffs.
Like this.
At some point, surely that's going to let them down, though.
Broki's dual Berettas. Okay, not much you can do about that. It is fast into the upper sight, and 3D Max have won the pistol in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, they come up looking straight up at Broki with those dualies. He had no chance whatsoever. Everyone crumbles in the upper bomb site. Frozen can't land the precision shot, so 3D Max gets started on their T side on the right foot. A 5th round on the board, they closed the gap to 3, and they can play with an economic advantage.
Taking their time. Falling in the back of Credit. Smoke for Unbreakable, smoke for Garage. Rain up. Oh my god, that is so easy for him. Like, do one bullet straight to the head. Is there a follow-up for Rain? Goes back again. Damage done this time from Broki. And this could get disastrous for 3D Max because there's so many players in the upper bomb site. FaZe are getting kills. It's closed. Oh my god. 3D Max, they can't afford to drop around like that, but what can you do? Well, the stack pays off for FaZe.
Ramp rush with
they're
an upper
in control, and 3D Max, they're back to Tech 9s. So they're going to try and rush down ramp. Frozen's got that info. He's going to drop on down. First kill is good. He knows they're continuing to push. He's starting to run out of ammo. He'll switch out to the USP, but as soon as he runs out of that M4 ammo, it's on the rest of the team to step up and close. And Body's got a little bit back. He's got an AK-47 now picked up, 6 bullets in it. Keep note of that.
Bomb's down in the site, though, so he's got to stick around here. At least FaZe have that. They know where he has to move towards.
Yeah, he can come from either side.
Yeah, and Kerrigan's like trying to help him out, but Kerrigan's also got to think about the ramp flank.
And Rain immediately gets eyes on Decon. Chance there set up by Body.
Establish some strong wins, so teams have to be a little intimidated by a specific map of yours. Smoke wall and Body's just going to rush it.
And as soon as he does, oh, he gets away with it. It looked like he was about to be cancelled. But here's a leash. Steps not stopping. Body runs right into that MP9, and it rapidly melts him away. Now it's Broki's turn. Collateral. Just damage onto the second player, though. No kill. Kerrigan hears the drop into main, still loses the fight. And with that kill from Gravity,
they can come back now.
The round is back on.
Yeah, although you could see a big fight for Frozen. He's trying to keep Gravity at bay. Oh, narrowly gets back in towards cover. Good job from Gravity, finding option B. As Maka plants the bomb, Alish finds Lucky, so 2 versus 3, another Molotov. But Maka finds his way out, so post-plant with the man advantage for FaZe.
Gravity's just gonna walk right into Frozen, though. Makes this retake much easier. Maka has to go aggressive to try and pull those numbers back and give himself a shot at this. He can actually separate these into 1v1s. Maka can't make it happen in the 1v1 at the end. Broki searching for that defuse. Saves the round for FaZe, but Maka giving it a good go.
Yeah, they almost let that one slip away. A team flash, so Alish couldn't swing out with the first player who takes an instant headshot.
There's eyes on this eventually from Broki. Rain's gonna be waiting CT vent, but with the distraction set up from the site, he might have an opportunity to go for a multi, but it's just a single kill. Broki can't peek from heaven. Mac is taking Kerrigan away, but Frozen's found the bomb.
And Broki's out here with the op now. He shifted. Oh, and you can smoke it off.
Oh, no.
All right, Lucky, boost exercise up into rafters. Let him walk back around towards heaven. You wait for him patiently, and then you pinch.
All right, so that's what they're going for.
Booyah.
Quickly constructing the boost, sending
Frozen
exercise up. Yeah.
But you can't really watch it from here, to be fair. Okay, so Broki just has a really strong position. And Frozen is going to go all the way around through lobby. There's 25 seconds. If they kill Broki and get this bomb, they won't have time to plant. So Frozen's here to stop everything. But they have to do this now. 15 seconds.
You need to grab the bomb, otherwise it's over. You're out. You're out of the tournament if you can't get this bomb back. Missed shot again for Broki. Gotta run in. Shot from Broki lands. Bomb down. And the job is done. FaZe getting into fighting form. Only drop 5 rounds in the quarterfinals. They fly into the semis where they have a matchup against the Falcons.